Hi, and welcome to the United Financial Freedom Business Opportunity. The following slides are for education and training purposes only. For precise details about how the plan works, go to the official company website of the individual who referred you to this presentation. My name is Dave Brubaker, and I'd like to tell you about two problems. Number one is the American way of life. We buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't know. And the result is debt. It's a way of life for us. Problem number two is our education system has failed us. Students are not taught how money works. Student loan debt is $1.2 trillion, $40,000 per graduate debt. 37% of those are over age 65. The average American's credit card debt is $5,700, and the mortgage debt in America is $15.4 trillion. Debt rules many people's lives. So in our business opportunity, here's what we're paid to do. If you look at a new mortgage, a conventional mortgage of $200,000, the balance after 7 months with the conventional plan is $198,585. With the Money Max account, it's $183,000. That's $15,585 in the first 7 months of a mortgage that is saved with no additional having to get a second job or generate second additional income. The time to pay off on a conventional mortgage is 30 years. In the Money Max account, we did this in actually 10 years. And the total interest paid was $231,000 versus $67,000. So choose one. Do you want to pay your house off in 9.9 years, or do you want to pay it off in 30 years? So this is what we do for people. This individual saved $164,600 in interest, plus 20 years of having to make mortgage payments. It's a program that you can see in our video about how to make the Money Max account work for you. So why United Financial Freedom as a business opportunity? Well, first of all, it's our amazing product, the Money Max. That is a financial GPS that guides us out of debt. And number two is our target market is Americans' debt, which is a huge market. So the marketplace is amazing. It's college debt, credit card debt, mortgage debt. Our distribution method, we simply run a Money Max analysis on everyone. There's really no selling involved. The live analysis does all the selling for us. Just run the analysis on as many people as you can. And there's a lucrative income stream, either part-time or full-time, and you can begin full-time just day one if you need a job. We make money helping other people save money, as you will see. So we have a generous compensation plan. United Financial pays out 70% of all sales to the field. There are 6 ways to earn income. One is through personal sales commissions. Number 2 is a field trainer commissions. We have 5 profit sharing pools. There are management overrides, leadership overrides, and trips and incentives. This begins with a one-time $149, which gives you unlimited access to marketing videos, websites and materials, illustration software, client proposals, tracking system, a training library, home office support, and much, much more. So there's a road to executive director. That's our goal, to become an executive director with the company. We start by having to initiate 2 training sales. As an associate, you will get $900 per training sale, and that's based on an average of a $3,500 sale. It can be more or less than that. But as an associate, you would get, now we initiate 2 training sales. To become a senior associate, if you have a total of $15,000 in sales from your group, that's you and anybody else you involve, some of your clients are going to want to market this to other friends of theirs because they're going to be so impressed in what it did for them. $5,000 of that $15,000 must be from your personal production. And if you're a senior associate and you have an associate who markets the program to somebody, you will get a $110 override, management override. To become a director, you need 35,000 group total. 15,000 of that must be from your own personal production. And at a director, you'll then earn $11.30 every time you do an average sale. You get $120 override on your senior associates and $230 override on a new associate that you just brought on board. To be a senior director, you have to have a group total of 55,000. 25,000 of that must come from you personally, from your own personal production. So you can't just sit back and get other people to do all the work. You have to be out in the trenches doing it also, which is leading by example. It's the way leaders lead. So you get $130 override on a director, $250 override on a senior associate, and $360 override on a new associate that you're just getting started. And then to be a managing director requires 75,000 group total. 30,000 of that is from your own personal production. You override a senior director by $140, a director by $270, a senior associate by $390, and a new associate that you just brought on board with you. Every time they close a sale, you get $500. And then to be a executive director, we have 105,000 group total. Again, this is based on an average sale of 3,500, and 40,000 of that is your own personal production. So as an executive director, you're looking at $150 override on a managing director, a $290 on a senior director, $420 on a director, $540 on a senior associate under you, and $650. So there's in a nutshell, it's hard to compute dollars here, but basically to be a director, you want 10 group sales, about 16 group sales for senior director, about 22 for managing director, and about 30 for executive director. Now you'll see in a minute that we do have a fast track, so you don't have to really follow these guidelines, but this is how our company operates. So you can override other executive directors. So this is long-term residual income. Override every sale made in the offices of other leaders who run their own businesses entirely independent of you. It's like being a franchisor and you set up other franchises and they're running independent, and yet you would get on a first generation $200 every time anybody in their entire office makes a sale, or $125 in a second generation, or $100, $75, $75, or $50 in a sixth generation executive director under you, and that's of their entire office every sale. So again, see the official compensation details on the company website. How about fast tracks? For those in a hurry, like me, I'm always in a hurry. United Financial provides 2 fast tracks to run on. There's a fast track to senior associate, and there's a fast track to executive director. So fast track to senior associate, the slow way is what we just looked at earlier. You need 15,000 group volume. 5,000 of that has to come from you. But folks, there is a faster way to senior associate, and it's called the 3-2-1 to senior associate. So it requires 3 personal recruits, 2 field training sales. This is where they provide the customer, you give the presentation while they watch, and 1 personal sale. And so if you do all that in your first 45 days, you can hit senior associate without having to do all this volume. And then fast track to executive director. Bypass managing director and go straight to executive director. Sounds like Monopoly, doesn't it? With 8 less clients. So we're going to, in a rolling 90 days, any 90-day period, if you can get to the managing director level, you will immediately jump up to executive director. So you don't have to do the 105,000 group or 40,000 personal. You can get to executive director with only 75,000 group and 30,000 personal. So you're going to hit managing director and jump right up to executive. Any rolling 90 days. So that's any 90-day period. It's either the previous 3 months or the previous 2 months plus the current month. If you didn't do it in the first 90-day period, you can pick a second 90-day period and do it. So it's there for you. Now we need field trainers. Every new rep must observe 2 training sales before they can be on their own. So they call their 2 closest friends, and this is the brilliance of why you don't have to be looking for sales, because every new person you bring into the business has to be trained, and you are the one that does that if you choose to. They call their 2 closest friends, they send them some videos and create some interest, and then make an appointment for you to do an in-home or internet screen share financial analysis while they just sit and watch. So suppose their friends want to join. Since your new associate is not yet a trainer, they take you to their 2 closest friends' homes or internet screen share to close their 2 training sales, and so on. They are basically, well, you're never in the home of a stranger. We'll see later. They're basically your cheerleader. They did this, they endorse it, and their friend says, well, if you did this, I guess we should do it too. You're the quarterback, simply giving the analysis. Folks, you're never in the home of a stranger. I worked this type of a arrangement with an insurance marketing organization years ago, and I was in homes every 2-3 nights a week, and I didn't make the appointment, they did. I just followed them. I was in their friends' homes. It was a friendly environment and not like working with a stranger and they don't know you and you don't know them. So their best friend makes the appointment, sits by your side endorsing the Money Max system and business opportunity. And so how do we get compensated for field training sales? Well, first of all, how to become a field trainer. You must initiate 2 training sales yourself, and then you must complete 2 personal sales. And then online, we have training modules that you must listen to. They're an hour each. So it's training module 101, 102, and 103. And then you're a trainer. And then practice, practice. Practice makes better. So what do we earn on a training sale? Well, trainers earn 50% of their normal pay since somebody else generated the lead. And when training a personally sponsored rep, they also receive a 50% override. So if you remember, we have to all initiate 2 training sales. The associate, normally, if they do it themselves, gets $900. But if they're just sitting there listening, they will end up getting half of that, $450. And again, this is based on the average sale of $3,500, which is oftentimes a little more or less than that. So as a senior associate, if you're a senior associate and you bring a new associate on board, half of your normal commission is $505. And then half of your override, the difference between here and here, is $55. So the difference between 505 and 450 is 55. You get that. But everything's half of what it was on the previous example we looked at. Now, if you're a director, and well, that's a total of 560 then. So if you're a director and you're training a new associate, you will earn 565 plus the override of 115, so you're going to get 680. Now that's assuming that you personally recruited that associate. If you didn't, you would earn the 565, and then the director who recruited them would get the 115. But if you're a senior director, you bring someone new on board, you get an 810, managing director 950, and executive director 1100. So it's a trade-off. You're getting 50% less money in exchange for a constant flow of hot prospects. Again, you're getting your managing director, plus you're getting your override from having personally sponsored this person. The nice thing about making a recording is that you can always rewind and play it again until you understand it. Monthly bonus pools. You can override the entire company, share in the company's revenue. Very similar to profit sharing. 9.18% of all sales company-wide get put into these bonus pools. So there's 5 bonus pools, whether you're a personal producer or a partner, a managing executive director, a senior executive director, executive director. It's a total of 9% of the monthly profits. Social media marketing. got a great system for if you're into social media marketing. Rapid funnel SMS text marketing system. Folks, you run it from your phone. It autopilots messages to contacts and prospects, email drip campaigns. It does real-time response tracking, sifts and sorts interested from non-interested. There are two subscriptions to choose from. You can either choose the free subscription or you can pay $10 a month. Similar programs cost $30, $40 a month for the same company that they do for other companies. But this is subsidized by the company, so it's only $10 a month. The company's paying the difference for you. Getting started is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Number 1, sign up on your sponsor's website. Number 2, run your own personalized analysis. And number 3, fast track to senior associate. That's recruit 3 salespeople, initiate 2 training sales, and complete 1 personal sale in your first 45 days, and you can fast track to senior associate. That is the United Financial Freedom Business Opportunity. Welcome aboard. And like we said earlier, if there's something you don't understand, then hit rewind and play it again.